Stall us at the bar, please.
Welcome to Tavern Tales, a curated 5e Dungeons & Dragons adventure set in the tales of the Yawning Portal campaign module by Wizards of the Coast. Previously on Tavern Tales.
Defying all odds, the Silverkin family have reached the tomb of the Dragon Priest and sent it to the Great Beyond. With this heroic feat behind them, they finally begin searching for the lost townsfolk in the lair of the kobolds.
Come sit down and drink with the enemy, raise a glass and toast to the enemy, and I'm not gonna do this on my own. So come sit down and laugh with the enemy, raise a glass and sing to the enemy, and I'm not gonna do this on my own. So I won't end up being alone, 'cause I won't drink my drink alone. So what about you? One beer or two, I'll drink to you.
Hi, and welcome to Tavern Tales. I'm Kyle, and I've got a group of 5 people here. Four people in front of me tonight. Why don't we start with everyone, the person to my left.
I'm Aaron. I'm playing the cleric known as Yashiria.
You are a...
Human cleric.
Of...
Halor.
Say something cool about Yashiria.
You're also a chick, dude.
Yeah, I am a chick.
Chick dude.
I'm a chick dude.
Whoa, wait.
Whoa.
Yeah, we should. Whoa.
Yeah, it's getting pretty...
Clear about that.
Yeah.
So,
no, I am
something
strictly
cool about-
female.
Yeah, there is strictly female.
In the game, I want to make that very clear. I'm strictly female in the game.
Okay.
So you're a lesbian.
We can discuss this later.
I feel like heterosexual women are strictly female as well.
I don't know.
That's a gray area.
I'm not gonna put a period on that.
You have like I have no personal.
My
experience with
my
that.
lawyer has told me not to respond to that question.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah.
What is one fun fact about Yashiria that we've never learned before that us as the Silverkin family would know?
Oh my god. Let me get back to you on that one.
No,
Honestly,
fuck it. Do it now.
I can't think of anything.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, something to do with your bonds or your flaws or something like that. Because you're cool.
Yeah, didn't you do those?
Well, I know that one of my flaws is that my piety sometimes leads me to trust people who confess a blind faith in my God.
Oh, so like you trust people that believe in Palor no matter what?
Yes, even if their intentions are good or bad.
Oh, great.
This is super
I like
useful
it.
to know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good to know.
Which is also a great point to mention that all of these characters have their pre-rolled personality traits, ideals, bonds, and flaws. Everybody rolled them, nobody picked them, and as a result, they have to play through those pieces, because if they do make those things happen over the course of the game, they will earn these white gems, clear gems that are called story motes, that they can use to influence the tale that's being told. And we'll get to more of that in a bit. Who's next?
Me.
Sure. Okay. Yes. Who are you, me?
This is Paige, and I am playing Oriana, who is a tiefling sorcerer.
Cool thing about her?
Okay, so this is something... It is a flaw that is only my technical family knows, because they're not actually my family, because I'm a slave. So this is something no one but my family must learn, that while I was a guild artisan, I used to steal money from the other guild coffers.
What was your fall from grace? You were a guild artisan, and now we got you. Like, I'm so interested in your backstory, where it's like,
Let's run with this.
I wasn't very good at what I did.
I guess that makes sense.
That's how you became an adventurer.
And so I was a guild artisan, but I was always way too curious in what other people were doing and learning about other things, that I never actually focused on my craft enough to know what I was doing with mine. So I started from the bottom, and I'm not there.
And you're just got deeper.
Oh, boo.
Get
I chose not to get it.
All right.
Very
next.
Hello, I'm Marie Claire, and I'm playing Drayden Silverkin, also known as the Fox, from my days as a folk hero. I saved people's lives. I robbed from the rich and gave to the poor. I was generally a scoundrel, wink. And I helped people, and I probably talk a lot like this. I'm not sure yet. I'm still trying to figure out the voice because I'm supposed to be a guy. I'm also a half-elf fighter level 2 now because we just leveled up, which is awesome. And the thing about me, and I always think of it as from my childhood, I'm thinking about my childhood, and like my bond is really to my family in general, and that like they can do no wrong in my eyes. They are my family, my lifeblood. And I remember a story when I was a child, and my buddy, my best friend in the world, Sidork, who was younger than me, but I always wanted to protect. He ended up getting into a fight, and I ended up, beating the crap out of those guys. Or little did he know that you had actually started it at some point. And yeah, so something along those lines.
No, that's a perfect segue into Sidork. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Julianna. I'm playing Sidork. I fleeced the wrong person, and my brother had to help me. I hope he never comes get me again. Beat the shit out of me.
Oh,
One last thing for all of the listeners. What's everybody's last name?
Silver Kid.
Slave.
Yes, Silver Slave.
We've adopted you. You're a silver kid.
Legally?
I think so.
That's right, because everyone here is part of a family. You're all related biologically, at least 3 of you at the table are. We're missing one last character. The player is absent today. We wish her well and keep it in our thoughts. But Torin is a
Half-elf monk.
Half-elf monk.
Yes, and we will probably encounter Torin somewhere in the back enacting some sort of oath of silence, or honoring some sort of way of the sun soul rite, sort of thing.
Meditating, as it were.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let us begin. All right, where was I? Well, let's get back to this, shall we? Let me tell you a little bit about that damned dragon priest. Turns out she had once been one of the most beautiful elves you'd ever set your sights upon. But that wasn't enough for the likes of her. No, she wished to be closer to that damned dragon leader of hers, and took to experimenting with herself. The experiments grew darker, more heinous, to the point where the darkest ritual of them all, she turned herself into a troll. There was naught her fellows could do but convict her of her crimes and entomb her in her sarcophagus for all time. They could not slay a high priest of the dragon, after all. No, that was left to our band of foolhardy silverkins trucking in business well out of their league. It's no doubt they're thanking their father mightily for his gifts so far. Just so. They were finishing up a bit of a rest right next to that there sarcophagus and the hastily decomposing troll, when Oriana reflects on the last day or two, saying,
Man, I suck at sorcery.
And now, let us peek into the adventure itself, as the now unbearable stench of the decomposing troll has forced an end to the group's long rest, as they make their way back from the imprisoning corridor to a dragon priest's crimes, back to a corridor they'd only glimpsed briefly before, a long, dark hallway with 2 closed wooden doors.
Actually, before our long rest,
Okay?
under the sarcophagus, in the big treasure that was found,
Yep.
there was actually also a diamond worth 50 gold pieces in the treasure.
I don't remember saying anything like that in the Yawning Portal. Oh, there's this white gem. Okay, yep.
Hey, that's like the diamond. she
So
found.
in amongst the two silver rings and the beautiful gems and whatnot is
Who's writing this down?
diamond worth 50 gold pieces. Why are you forcing me to change the story in such a way?
So that I can obtain the spell Chromatic Orb.
Oh, because you need to have a 50 gold
Yes.
piece diamond to serve as your focus.
Yes.
All right, let that be known. Gotta wave that around every single time you do Chromatic Orb.
I need to
put
wait, what are-
put a ring on it.
If you like it, then you'd better put a ring on it.
Oh, and one of those rings is on Jot's head.
Yeah, Jot's wearing one as a crown.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is right. A silver.
Is it
silver
only one
ring
silver
on his
ring?
head. One of the silver rings
One
is on
silver
Jot's
ring.
head.
Now, because I need it for my spell, do I write it in my stuff?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, she
your
should track
diamond.
the diamond.
Yeah,
Okay. And in equipment and gear.
And
The
then should-
Horde Master would never record something that is on another person's character sheet. And if they took it from the Horde Master would then
So
cross out
then-
the piece.
Sidork should jot down Jot's crown thing? Or should I jot that down?
I wouldn't. It's an NPC crown at this point.
Okay.
He may very well lose it and demand another along down the road. All right. So, if no one needs a recap, then let's move on with the tale.
Oh, we're back at the lobby?
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
There is the door you're just leaving now, and then there is this new door that you've only opened briefly before. Torin opened it once, saw there was 3 doors at the end of it, and you guys went down to the tomb of the Dragon Priest instead. So, there's a long corridor. It's dusty. However, there's a certain amount of tracks and whatnot in the path. They lead to primarily the door at the far end, but there are doors on either side. So it's a long corridor, and there are 3 doors at the end. One on the left, one on the right, and one down the middle. Who's in front?
Yashiria and I think, are in front because we're less likely to die. Although that hasn't really been true for me. So maybe you? I don't know. You kind of died.
I will gladly take point.
I will take up the rear.
I have mage armor on.
Torin says, guys, family, today is a holy special day for the Way of the Sun Soul. I need to go and spend some time in the sun, and this is not the sun. I'm just gonna, since we're really close, I'll catch up. Okay, yeah. See you in a bit.
All right. Torin, you do what you gotta do, but I'll miss you, bro.
Yeah, I'll be back. Yeah, soon. Don't worry about me. Gives Yashiria a hug and a bro pat for Sidork, looks fondly in Drayden's direction, salutes Oriana some monk-like fashion, and then thinks better of it and goes to give Oriana a hug, which Oriana...
No, I'm not a huge fan of people touching me, but I appreciate the gesture.
So you rebuff the hug? Mm-hmm. All right, well, Torin looks disappointed but relieved and bids his adieu for the moment. Everyone, if you could, as you proceed into the courtyard, give me a perception check. Not a courtyard, a hallway.
Are we going down the other side, basically?
21.
It's a different hallway, yeah.
22.
I'm drawing a map.
Good job, map maker.
A 7.
14.
I don't know if I want to call you the map maker or the placeholder. So, everyone has succeeded at their perception checks, and as you proceed down, you hear coming from the middle door that is directly opposite these sorts of... coming from the door. However, Oriana, the door to the left is very appealing to you. You feel drawn to this door immediately, and I'll tell you what this door looks like. It is a stone relief carved door that has closed the chamber, and it portrays a dragon-like fish swimming.
I notice this door, and I slowly start to walk towards it, no care of what anybody else in the room is doing.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't even notice because they're close enough to the middle door. You're close enough to all. Everyone is hearing the sounds of this weeping.
So they're distracted.
Would you like to test the knob?
Am I able to do a check of some sort?
Sure. What sort of check would you like to do? An investigation or some sort? Are you trying to determine what this door is about? Trying to figure out if the door's locked? What's your intent here?
Can I do an insight check?
On the door?
The door?
The door is doing its job. It's keeping things closed.
Then,
It's not lying about it. It's doing a good job.
thanks.
I'm here for you. Would you like to do any more insight on the floor or perhaps the ceiling?
I like the floor.
Investigation, maybe?
Yeah, that one.
Sure. An investigation check, detecting a trap or some sort of hidden secret about it? Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Even though mine's not very high.
See what the dice have to say.
Oh, 18.
Plus?
So 20.
That is more than enough for you to know that there is no trick about this door. It is locked. There are no traps or secrets about it. It is just simply locked.
Can I call over to people to try and break the door down?
Or to try to
Can I
pick
do an
the lock.
arcana check on it?
You haven't really noticed it. It hasn't drawn itself or
Okay.
its attention to you. You may still be pining over Torin's leave taking or whatnot. But yes, at this point, you know what? Your passive perception's pretty high. What is it?
14.
Yeah, it's more than high enough to notice that Oriana is paying close attention to this door.
Just staring at you now. Look at the door and be like, question mark?
You just draw it with your hands. It doesn't even say anything. Just question mark with your hands.
I noticed what my brother is doing and approach and look at the craftsmanship of the door.
Oh, very nice.
So you said that all in character. So did you say that to them as you did it?
Yes.
Okay. That makes perfect sense. I mean, it seemed like that's what you were doing.
I need to narrate my moves. Hello, Sidork.
Just so you know, as Drayden speaks in his very loud, booming, and powerful voice, the weeping on the other side of the door does not break or cease at all. And you hear the clink of a bottle rolling around near the door.
I know that sound.
That's creepy.
That's the sound of a broken heart.
You would know that very well, brother.
It's true!
Don't be mean to him.
Well, if he didn't narrate all the time.
Let him do as he wants.
Thank you.
Sorry, brother.
Right,
I just
the
missed
door.
Dad.
Would you like to try to break the door? Or try to pick the locks or do something connected to that?
Actually, doing an Arcana check, can I do that as something
Absolutely.
drew me to it,
Yes, you may.
in a sense?
Yep.
Or is it the room itself that drew me to
You can make an Arcana check.
18?
So in this instance here, if there is nothing magical about this door that you can
I'm just
determine. There are
drawn
no
to it.
glyphs, there's no writing, there's no magical
Just a fish dragon.
lights that kind of flick. Yeah, it's just a fish dragon swimming in water on a stone door carved in relief. But there is something about your type of sorcerer magic that is drawing. There's something of chaos that may reside within that speaks to you and calls to you.
Where'd Jot go?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Oh.
And as we decide at the end, it's Duke Jot, as it were.
Oh, yes. His Grace.
He jauntily, angles his crown upon his head, the silver ring.
It's very jaunty.
No, Jot. Jot. Why, she always getting my name wrong. Anyway, yeah, I'm right here. What's up?
Duke Jot, what's up with the door?
There's a door.
Why is it carved?
Well, my insight tells me that door is serving to hold something close. I ain't never been in there before. I don't know what's going on.
Do you want to come in with me?
Yeah, I'm always willing to go through doors with you.
Right on, bro.
Yeah, of course. All right.
He goes back into your dreadlocks and hangs out until you call him forth to do some sort of
I
task.
feel like it's time to open this door. I open the door.
The door is locked.
I jiggle the doorknob and knock.
Yes. Once again, your gauntlets make the strangest of noise.
I need to get these gauntlets fixed.
Can I try and pick the lock? Even though
Yes.
I'm not very good
You
at it.
do not have any of those tools that are required, nor do you have any idea how to go about doing so. But I will let you roll, nonetheless, with disadvantage. The difficulty is not easy, so you will take some degree of considerable luck in order to do so.
Give it a shot.
So before you roll, Yashiria would like to potentially help. Would you like to offer some sort of prayer to Paylor in order to better enable Yashiria in her attempt?
I would, actually.
Okay. Yeah, you finally figured out your cantrips. All right, perfect. So how do you pray for Paylor's guidance?
Paylor, assist my sister in picking of this lock.
When you roll, if somebody else is assisting you, you will not have disadvantage. You'll just have a regular 1d20
I'm
roll.
going to stand over her shoulder and, of my knowledge of doors and carpentry in general, attempt to assist.
Okay, yeah, I will allow that to counteract her complete lack of knowledge in regards to how to pick a lock. But Paylor's benevolence smiles upon you. You actually get to add a d4 to this skill check, adding it to the total that you roll.
It's a roll ball.
Ooh.
All right, you also get to add either your intelligence or your dexterity, whichever attribute you would prefer to this roll.
Oh, they're both 2.
All right, so what is your total check in totality?
24.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
So you got a
Yeah,
I got a natural 19.
natural 19 and a 3.
There is a wash of chaos that flows out of Oriana. Paylor recoils and retracts his benevolence.
Shit. Like, no way.
Paylor was like, she didn't need me, Yashiria. I hate this family.
Oops.
And Oriana, Paylor was like, I'm here to help. And you're like, pa, 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 pa. Bat him away like a fly.
I don't need no god.
Exactly. The laws of chaos work in your favor. The door opens at your strange attempt to appeal to its nature. You're like, I understand locks. I know how they work. Things go inside and you twist and you push and the door just opens to your touch.
That was very good. I'm very impressed.
I think I'm getting better at this sorcery thing.
This is why I bought you.
And as the door opens, you reveal a 10-foot square chamber hewn from stone. It's roughly cut. It contains only an upright keg fashioned of rusted iron, and rusted pipes lead from the keg into the floor. There is nothing else in the room. There isn't even dust because the room has been sealed behind this locked door. There aren't even kobold footprints or anything. They were not able themselves to open this door to see what was inside. So it has lain like this, unused, for hundreds of years.
Is it sealed shut?
From your
Not
vantage
anymore.
point at the door, no. You may go in and inspect the keg if you would like to do so.
Yes, I would like to do so.
Sure.
Come in with you.
Yeah. I'm gonna look around the room in general.
I carefully proceed to the keg.
Yeah, very sneaky.
Shit, we've almost died so many times,
Yeah.
guys. Like,
Yep.
I haven't.
The keg draws you to it. It does not seem to be that kind of keg.
Oh.
It is
Whiskey.
but it potentially. The pipes that lead to the floor speak of the keg serving some sort of purpose. You may roll an investigation check. How do you touch it? Do you prod it? Do you poke it? Or do you just kind of give it a look all over?
Lick it.
That, yes, and that too. Yeah.
Are you gonna lick
Dork's
it to help
advice
her
is
out?
always good.
Yeah, I'll lick it with you.
All right.
How dare
I
you.
think I carefully
You need to roll a 69, but
How many
Whoa.
dice are those?
I carefully inspect the lid and I start to lift it slowly
all
to
right,
inspect
it is
what's in.
totally rusted. As you try to lift it, it is rusted with this caked grime because it is an iron keg.
Right.
And you would think, based on you haven't rolled any investigation as of yet, so give me your investigation check.
3.
So yeah, you try to open it, but you're being very like, I already broke a nail once. I don't, you're giving it a
Oh,
good
that's
little
so
once over.
true.
So you can't figure out exactly. You know that it's not locked. It should just open to it. It should just be able to be easily pried open or opened in some capacity. But as you bump it with your poor investigation, there is the sound of sloshing liquid coming from inside of it.
Oh yeah, I'm
These-
gonna totally lick it now.
These connected pipes, they do hold the keg in place, and they prevent you from taking the keg or whatnot. The only thing you could possibly do is you have noticed that there is a wide metallic bung on the keg's top.
It's like a stopper, I'm assuming.
Like a
Yeah.
plug or something like
Yes.
that.
yeah. I've
It's a
only
bung
heard that
liquid.
that word in relation to Beavis and Butthead, so
Yeah.
Bunghole.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was just, I was trying to be polite. I'm strong, so I'm gonna try to like lift it out to see what's inside.
Can I investigate it?
It's only about 4
Yeah, I'm
inches
just gonna
across.
pop it
I
out.
definitely will not because I just got my nails
You're
fixed.
totally drawn to this, though. You want that thing opened. There's something within.
I will open it for you, Oriana. I'm able to.
Please
You can take a
proceed.
look. I'm gonna grab it with my hands and attempt it.
All right, you need to make a strength check in order to pull this metallic bung out.
15.
That is exactly what was necessary to do it. So you take
nailed it.
all of your prodigious
Good old bro.
strength to properly, and you hear it pulls free with a really, really satisfying pop, and a bit of steam
everyone does
comes out.
Ooh, steam.
Yes, as well as 2 flying creatures.
Oh, shit.
Out of the hole?
They-
That we made?
Yes, it's about 4. It's about 4. Again, the hole that you made is about 4 to 6 inches across.
You wanted another jaw.
So these 2 small creatures come flying out. If they were made of flesh, they would be skin and bones. They have these long wings and these really long protruding noses, and
they parrots?
they don't even have lips. They've got
Are they
these teeth,
mosquitoes?
but they are not made of flesh. One of them is almost see-through and very hazy in his almost incorporeal state. The other is almost translucent and made of what you would think would be like diamond or crystal in some capacity. And they come flying up out of it in this spinning tornado, and they're like, "Freedom! Freedom!" says one. And the other says, "Freedom!" And that's the one that you can't really see through. And they look around at the 2 of you who are standing close by, and they're like, "Dude, you let us out!" This is the effervescent one. And the solid one says,
I I raise an eyebrow heroically.
Wow.
Yes, that was us. Was this your keeper?
I've been trapped in there for so
To the
long.
orc?
No, man, I've been trapped in there for so long. Shut up, dude. I was talking to these guys. Well, I was going to talk to the lady. Well, you can shut up, all right, because I'm the one who's talking to...
What are you?
What? What are you?
I'm a tiefling.
Slave.
Okay, I'm a slave, but I'm a tiefling.
What up, slave? Tiefling. My name is Vape, and this is the one that's effervescent and almost see-through.
Of course.
And the other guy says, and my name is Glassy. And they kind of hover over and come up real close to you. The one that is not almost see-through, that looks kind of crystalline, he's actually cold to the touch, like he's made of ice itself. And he's like, there's some serious vibes coming off you, babe.
Oh.
Jot,
What?
what are these? These are friends?
Those are idiots. Let me be.
He's tired.
Duke, Jot. Come on, man. Who are these people?
Let his grace rest.
Yeah. What the butthead said.
I set the bung down.
Okay, yeah.
And,
it's just like a giant metal cork.
Yeah, no,
stopper.
I'm gonna look into the hole to see
Weirded
what's
out
in
by
there.
this word bung. Inside is the vestiges of some liquid and some sparkly things.
I'm gonna,
Put your hand in together.
I'm totally gonna reach in there.
Sure,
I'm
yeah.
an idiot.
You reach inside and you pull out 5 little blue gems that sparkle and glint and shine in the light of your green flame torch and your other torches.
What color are they?
Sapphire. They're blue.
Oh, sorry.
It was hard to tell because of the green flame torch. You weren't sure. Maybe they were
And
yellow.
Can I smell what the liquid is to try to figure it out?
Yeah, the liquid was some sort of coolant, so it smells like antifreeze, but you wouldn't know what that...
It just smells
Smell.
alcoholic or like harsh.
But it's
yeah.
sweet.
Yeah, it does not smell good,
Okay.
in other words. Meanwhile,
Do not drink that, siblings.
these 2 mephits have taken a liking to Oriana, and they're hanging out around her. And if Oriana chooses to be kind to these 2 mephits, this steam mephit and this ice mephit, then you can take these 2 on as your familiar. They don't get along. Only one will do anything at any given time. And they are often high for one reason or another.
Vaping doesn't make you high.
But the crystal one.
Oh, I get it now.
Yeah. No, and just because his name is Vape, it's
life.
it's Vape for Vapor, dude.
Vape Nation.
Like I'm made of
I like that.
vapor.
Vape Nation.
I feel like before I decide, I kind of want to know a little bit more about them.
Sure, yeah. How about I pass you the monster manual and you can look up the mephits in there. And mephits. M-E-P-H-I-T. Mephit.
Mephits. I start to ponder these 2 little creatures.
Yes. So as Oriana introduces herself to them and gets to know these 2 dudes a little bit better, you start to realize that yes, Glassy and Vape do not get along and will only work one of them at a time at Oriana's bidding. However, you will get to choose which one of them you would bid to do certain things, and they have different abilities based on the fact that they are 2 different types of creature. So just to make it easier going forward, can I get someone to do Vape's voice?
Yeah, I can do Vape's voice.
All right. So Vape he doesn't know much. They've been trapped there for hundreds of years. All he knows is he's sick and tired of Glassy, but they both want to work for Oriana, and they both want Oriana to be their friend. And then I need somebody else to be Glassy.
Can you do Glassy's voice again for me?
Glassy's like strung out on crystal meth.
You should really use me, man, because I'm totally gonna help you. Yeah.
There you go. Cool.
I'll do Glassy.
I'd like to clarify, it's ice and steam?
Yes.
And I could take both, but only one is usable at a time?
Right. You can't take one and not the other. You'd have to
Oh,
take
I
them
have
both.
to take both.
Yeah. Or neither.
Okay.
Send them away or keep them. They're essentially an odd couple.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. So while you're deliberating about them, Glassy and Vape have a conversation.
Man, it's so good to be out of that thing, man.
Yeah, you really smell a lot. And yeah.
Look who's talking, man. Like,
No, I mean, not ice. You smell like things,
just gotta,
like the things you eat.
bro, you just gotta, like, let it go through you, man.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what kind of thing goes on around you at any given moment.
It's kind of annoying.
But it's not like you have to realize that Oriana is a chaos sorcerer.
So I'd probably like this.
And it could like it. I mean, it's not to say you don't. But they are very handy. They will be of very good use to you. And they are elemental in nature.
So, for instance, when we get into a fight, they're able to assist?
Yeah, you can use them as you might a familiar, or you could use them with their abilities to do certain things. Yeah.
Okay. I will take them.
Great. You pass this to Oriana, and she can add the mephit
I have two.
image to her sheet.
That's okay.
I'm just bugging you.
No, I know. I'm just teasing too.
Oh, that's so cool.
That is that room. There are two other doors that are available to you. There's the door directly across from you, and the door of the weeping and the whimpering and the sniffling.
I'm gonna cautiously approach the door with the weeping and sniffling and bottle clanking.
Sure. You know. All right. Yep.
Can I ask my new mephits if they
Vape and
know
Glassy?
anything about what's behind this door and what's weeping since they've been here for so long?
Which one do you ask?
She asks them both. One of them will answer.
Don't ask that idiot. He's an idiot. Don't ask that idiot.
What? What do you want?
I think there's weeping behind that door. You should probably not go there because they're probably sad.
Bro, everyone can hear the weeping, man. Like, get
Do
over
either
it.
of you know what it is?
No, man.
We've been stuck in there for like a really long time, and it's really, really unfortunate. But this guy really stinks.
John!
Yeah.
Why are they crying?
I don't know.
Do you know who's crying?
Yeah, probably like some sort of kobold. That's where they live, so... that sounds like a kobold's crying.
Why do they cry?
I don't know. Why do birds cry?
I know why doves cry.
Well,
Or at least what they sound like.
and I know why birds suddenly appear. But that ain't every time you are near. Just like me. I'm thinking they long to... Nope. All right. Well, I'm going back. Later.
Can you get the itch while you're back there?
What'll you give me?
And he scratches you anyway.
What was... Yo, chick, what was that thing out of that, like, green dude, man?
He has an infestation. We should probably take care of that.
No.
This Duke
Leave
Jot.
Jot alone.
He rules over. Yeah.
Still no further on knowing which door to open. The quiet door
Crying.
or the crying door.
Drayden feels that we should probably tend to the crying as it is. Either
that's what I
annoying
was walking over
or
to.
important that we help out a crying
We
thing.
should shut it
Yeah,
up.
absolutely. So, Yushiria opens the crying door because Yushiria was there and had everyone else made the decision.
Right, Yushiria, are we... Oh, you're already opening it.
Hello? Is anyone in here?
As you open the door, you see crudely executed symbols and glyphs scribed in bright green dye decorate this large and irregularly shaped crumbling chamber. A large pit in the center shows evidence of a recent fire. A metallic cage in the middle of the southern wall contains a gaping hole and stands empty. A small wooden bench draped with green cloth is next to the cage, and several small objects rest upon it. A bedroll lies near the wooden bench, and the sound of whimpering comes from inside it. Furthermore, strewn around the door where you were standing are several wine bottles, and there are 2 empty wine bottles by this bedroll.
I run and grab the nearest full one.
They are all empty.
Oh, I thought you said only 2.
Kobolds.
Let's approach, sister. We walk up together, and I will kneel next to the bedroll and say, "Pardon me, upset person." In my best common, I'm gonna try Orcish next.
Hey, does
No,
it...
Dartoka.
There's something underneath the blanket.
I'm gonna pull it back.
Definitely
I don't
in
wanna touch
kobold shape. It is a rough-hewn,
Anybody speak Gobbly?
undyed blanket.
I don't understand what.
Kobolds? Is that what they speak?
Koboldy. So yeah, you pull it back and you reveal this kobold very wimpy. He's got a leather rope wrapped around his wrist that leads to like a lead, and he's wearing only a loincloth. His tail's all beat up, and he's drooling, and he's got pus coming out of his eyes, and he rolls towards you and says,
Leave me alone.
His name is Meatball?
Meepo.
Okay, I thought it was Meatball.
Aaron, that's your familiar.
I know Meepo all too well.
That's what Paler sent you.
Meepo, are you alright?
Meepo weepo.
Who's gone?
The dragon is gone. We lost it. The wretched goblins stole Calcrix, our dragon.
What color of dragon?
Prettiest color.
So green like my skin.
He's green. No.
So it is green.
No.
Blue?
Oh, Calcrix.
If we know what color it is, we could find it for you.
Pull out a handkerchief and give it to the
And-
kobold to blow its nose.
You could find it.
Maybe.
Oh,
What color is it?
he's white. Glorious.
he is reduced to weeping for another 20 or 15 seconds.
Are you a slave?
But as you have said that you could find the dragon, he clears up very quickly and wipes the pus from his eyes and attempts to straighten his loincloth, thereby revealing other bits. And
kobold
he
bit.
says to you,
Meepo, take you to meet Yisrael, our leader. You make nice. You get safe passage. If you promise to make nice.
Meet my wife.
Maybe you...
You made my life.
Since you
Meet my wife.
You What?
My wife.
Nothing. I apologize for my sister.
You said it too. Anyway,
back to Meepo.
you had promised to rescue the dragon.
I didn't promise yet. I said maybe.
Oh, look at what you've done to him again.
Don't want to look at it. Just kill it and
starts
leave.
to roll over in his kill me and leave.
How do we know if we can actually help you unless we go and speak to your friend?
I don't know, friends.
Master? Acquaintance? Brother?
Okay, listen up, pipsqueak. If you don't stop crying and start speaking actual words, I'm gonna step on you.
Saucy slave.
He's giving me a headache.
Me that I don't care.
I vote to kill it.
I vote to kill it.
No.
Thank you.
Well, my vote counts
Not
for
worth
two.
living without my dragon.
Is it a quite large dragon?
Well, as you can see, it seems to you that Calcrix probably was being taken care of by this kobold.
Get pet dragon.
And I don't think that a kobold would be taking care of a large dragon, but also you do see that there's that cage
Yeah,
I
so
So
mentioned
maybe
earlier.
like a wormling or something like that, right?
Quite possibly, yes. Just a little
Like a-
itty bitty thing.
A baby dragon.
You can talk to it.
a
Oh my god, I can be the mother of dragons.
Well,
You're
there's
already
one.
the mother of mephits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mother
you're
Muffin.
the mother
Yeah, but then the
of Mephits
dragon
now.
could eat them, and the dragon would get bigger.
Whoa, what
Wow,
a rude, cruel
know,
mom.
Wow, you dismiss your mephits so quickly, you might be the mother of muppets.
Yeah. Mother of nothing.
Near, far. Near, far.
I don't think we can use that.
I think I can.
It's homage.
Waka waka.
Is that not homage?
All right, so
I just don't want any copyright.
I'm gathering that the
Cease and
threats
desist.
to kill Meepo are just simply idle threats. He is undefended and laying there begging for death. Doubtless he doesn't truly mean it, but he may. Life does seem to be pretty disappointing for this poor little kobold.
Can you explain to me a little bit more about your situation?
You don't know, but Yggdrasil does. I can teach you to meet Yggdrasil.
How do we know it's not a trap?
What's a trap?
Is there a thing to see if we can he's lying?
Sorry?
Can I try to intimidate him and make sure that...
You win. You succeeded intimidating. He cowers away from you and does not want to have anything to do with you.
Half orc.
What did you want, Oriana?
Isn't there something we can do to see if he's lying about anything?
Yeah, you can make an insight check. That's what you did on that door.
Yeah, can I do it this time for real?
You bet.
You betcha, kiddo.
Oh, nah.
So I'll let you know, he is not a door. He is not here to hold things open or closed.
Can I...
But your insight is more than adequate to determine that he is genuine in his tears. He does not have any ulterior motive other than to potentially get his dragon back. And he wishes that if you were to promise to do that, he would take you to meet Yggdrasil.
I think we should proceed with him, and we should agree to find his dragon.
We can try, at least.
And take the dragon.
However...
No. I mean, obviously they belong together in some capacity.
In death.
Let him have his dragon in life, brother.
We agree to find the dragon until at which point our lives are at stake.
Why are we taking orders from the slave again?
She is not
I think Vape might respond to
a
that sort
slave.
of horrible comment.
What happened, bro? What? What did you say,
They're
man?
already so useless.
Yeah, that was pretty useless. They should have more utility than that.
Okay.
Hey, you want to pick a fight? I'll pick a fight with you. Come on, put him up.
I'll get Stoopjaw to banish you.
You can't,
It goes on for a while as everyone watches their familiars fight.
Bet on it.
Vape flies around trying to get people to bet on the fight.
bet on the shiny one, man.
5 smackles.
5 schmackles for the shiny one.
5
Exactly. So,
Drayden approaches the kobold and says, "Come, young caretaker, take us to what is the name of the person that you mentioned?
Yggdrasil.
Yggdrasil?
right.
Please take us to Yggdrasil so that we may converse and find out more about what has happened."
Sure. You can have a look in the room, though,
Yep.
and you see there is a pit in the middle that used to have a fire in it. The cage is to the south where you just came in. It's pretty much the first thing you notice.
Anything in the cage?
No, there was something in the cage. If you investigated the bench at all, let me know.
I will investigate the bench.
The bench seems to serve as some sort of tiny altar. It has a container of some sort of green liquid, a paintbrush made of goblin hair bristles. I don't know how you immediately determine that they're goblin hairs, but Yashiria is very well acquainted with goblin hairs. Maybe you bred a goblin friend cleric's hairs in Palor school. I don't know.
Braided it?
There are also
Yeah, I heard bread and I was like, ooh,
Paylor
that's a weird
school.
hobby.
it. Yeah,
Braided?
it's a goblin
Braided it.
thing. And there are also 4 tiny jade figurines of dragons that have considerable wealth attached to them. Meepo doesn't even notice you taking these things as you write them upon your hoard list.
Is Yushiri
Any
goes,
other-
yoink?
So, just so you also know, there's another door to the south on the other side of the cage. There is a door to the west, right close to that southern door. Then there is a large archway directly to the west, just about 15 feet down from that other door. Then there is a bend and a straight thing and another door on the west, which has on opposite side of it on the east side a door as well. The door that you came in from was on the east. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 extra doors plus this archway. Meepo seems to be interested in taking you through the archway. So, where would you like to go?
We should have asked Meepo. I don't want to talk.
Well, you said Meepo was wanting to
what's
take us
down
towards
here?
the archway, right?
That's right.
We should ask him what's in the other doors. I'm not nice to him, so I know.
Meepo, can you tell us what's behind any of these other doors?
Not use trail.
To see her. Follow me.
Answer the question. I hate Meepo.
Just make an intimidation check if that's what you really try to intimidate him into answering the question.
6.
He says, "Just kill me now."
You have to stop
Trying to take a nicer.
Approach than
Approach.
Oriana has ever done before.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to become a new person. You know, I have 2 little familiars to take care of now. I need to set a good example. I would like to try and persuade Meepo
Sure.
to try and give us some information if there's anything behind the doors worth value.
Okay. Roll away. It's
Go,
pretty hard.
Oriana.
15 plus my charisma of 4, so 19 plus my proficiency, 21.
Yeah, so he tells you the one in the northeast is the most valuable door on the wall.
We're not talking about the value of the door, what's inside the room.
Because that is the way they took Cal Griggs. And then he goes on to tell you that the door across from that is a guard room, and the door to the south next to the cage is where they hold all the meat for Calcrix. And the door next to that is just an empty room.
Shouldn't we go through the northeast door? It's the most valuable one, he said.
But that's only because the dragon went that way.
Okay.
Why don't we...
So we will go through it.
Probably. Let's
So,
just go speak.
my idea. Okay. Just to be clear. Got it.
Yes.
You're the best
Love you, Duke.
around.
No one's ever gonna bring you down.
Yep, that's the one.
I sing very high, like an angel.
You
You
proceed
always have, brother.
down a long corridor through this archway. As you proceed down it, there is a turn off down the right. If you could, make perception checks. Apparently, that was a great perception check.
19.
22.
No, you have more than that.
Oh, okay, natural 19.
Nat 19. And how are we doing?
20.
So 21.
I am paying attention to our kobold friend's story and weeping, and I am very concerned, and thus not paying attention to where we are.
22.
All right, so everybody who got over 20 is the 3 of you notice, because Drayden is the one who's currently walking next to Meepo and
Listening
trying to
to-
deal with Meepo's
Listen to his
sobbing
story.
stories.
Consoling him gently.
All right. Console him gently with this song.
Beautiful. Consoling me gently.
None of you are bards. Very apparent. Nonetheless,
Slightly
the 3 of you... Yeah, perfect. The 3 of you look down a long corridor that, well, it's not too long, it's about 25 feet long. It opens up into darkness. But you can espy a door on the far wall through this long arc. It's a pretty good distance away, 40, 45 feet away. But you notice this door, and it seems to be important in its nonchalanceness. Okay? That is something you notice. Then you continue on down the hall past this corridor. There is a door on the right and a door on the left. And Meepo, as he's walking along, says a word in Draconic that none of you understand. The word he says is... Raskat. Raskat.
Shit, that's not good. I've seen Game of Thrones.
So meta.
What does that word mean, friend?
Gesundheit.
It means...
Oh, great.
And then Jot says,
It means tickle corn.
No time for jokes now, Duke Jock.
It's not a joke. It means tickle corn. That's the exact meaning of that word. Just trying to help you out. Is this
Why
the
would he
spot you
say
wanted
it?
scratched?
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Yeah, that's right.
I'm surprised that they did not include a symbol and an alphanumeric requirement in this password.
Corn, says Meepo finally.
Tickle corn. Is it just a random set of words?
No, it's the code that tells the kobolds in the guard rooms not to attack.
How do you pronounce that again?
What?
How do you say that again? Mishrak. Am I pronouncing it correctly?
No.
Damn it.
Shrek?
Yeah, that's how I wrote it. Shrek.
Well, we will make sure to keep you with us so that we do not die.
What do you
Listen.
feel the dragon kill Thrax?
Calcrix.
Okay, well,
He just mumbles to himself. You continue along. There's another door. He yells out, Ticklecorn again.
Mishrax?
No.
Crisscross?
crisscross.
Should we be looking for those kids? I just remembered that.
Wait, there's kids?
Yeah, remember for Carolyn, the kids? That's why we came, because the children are missing.
Oh yeah, the kids.
Right. They were not kids.
They
To
were
be
at-
clear, you
Okay.
are looking for 2 young people, but they are not children. They are young adventurers. Probably
Are they my
quite a bit like
mephits?
yourselves.
Me.
What?
Are they
sure
my
it's not
methods?
No, sadly. Yeah, you can ask your methods, but then we'd spend 5 minutes on another pointless dialogue. Yeah, so the corridor turns up ahead to the right. You passed by another door where he yells out Ticklecorn. And as you go along the corridor, you open up into... Sorry, what? You open up into... Yeah, sorry, your map is now incomplete and runs off the
Completely
page.
to scale.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
You walked probably 100 feet, turned right, and are walking another 40 feet to the north.
Just make it to the left, it's fine.
Map making is turning into a... You'll have to take a picture so that anyone who bothers to listen to this ever will be able to see, for all glory, the inestimable degree with which you have paid attention to all
I'm
of these
attempting to pay
degrees.
attention,
I
but
know.
it's not very clear how to draw things.
I know,
from
it's
a-
really hard.
It would be more clear if I was there.
Yeah.
Can you make me be there?
I only wish.
Only with your
Nonetheless,
mind's eye.
The corridor opens up onto a great hall that stretches 20 feet away in front of you, and then about 120 feet to the east and west. A short throne stands near the west wall to your left, constructed of fallen bits of masonry stacked against an old altar. On top of that altar sits a variety of small items. A portion of the altar that serves as the throne's back features the carving of a rearing dragon with a metallic key held firmly in its open jaw.
Dibs.
Just real quick perception checks with advantage for Yashiria and Drayden.
Ooh, sweet. Double ones.
You're just like,
13.
A 13?
Yeah.
All right, and?
11.
And?
17.
Okay. Sidork, you're the only one who notices that key looks awfully familiar to the hole in the other dragon's mouth
I
that you
recognize
guys
holes.
broke into to go to the dragon
Good
priests
thing we didn't
to.
need that.
Oh. Or use the chime that Torin took with him anyways, so yeah. And the ocarina.
Don't worry, Torin's not gone for very long.
Siblings, I know you know this because you two are well endowed in your own ways, but I am quite well endowed.
We've compared.
At length.
And girth.
I meant
That's it. That's important.
Oh, I got it now.
sitting upon the throne, wearing a white, like, bed sheet. Sort of robe.
Like
With a-
creature
A
or
gaudy, yellow, like as big as, like, Jot's head. Hey, my head's pretty big. Ring is a figure, and I will show you all a picture of this red kobold lady. She's kind of breathtaking in a kobold way. If Torin was here, Torin would be like, yes.
The
Very
altar is
she is
behind the
pretty.
throne.
Yeah, there is an exotic.
Looks like
I'm gonna draw the kobold there.
To the right of the throne, down the long, dark hallway, there are 2 doors to the north. The one at the far end is the one you noticed before, as well as a door directly to the east, and there are 2 doors on the southern side there. But in between that and all along the hallway is a double row of relief-carved marble columns marching the length of this long, large hall. The worn carvings depict entwining dragons. There are 14 of them. Statues.
I sense a theme here.
I feel like the Sunless Citadel had something to do with dragons. I think we knew that before, though. You sure do you know any history about this area? You're a book-learned person, maybe?
Who has come to Eustrael's chamber?
Eustrael?
That is I.
Ah, yes,
Meepo immediately kowtows before
obviously
her.
a lady?
Now, just to point out, you have noticed as well there are 4, 5, 7 other kobolds in the room as well. Many of them seem to be guards. They have these weapons trained upon you.
My lady. And I bow low in my effectual, charisma-ridden self, after talking about how well endowed I am. Your servant has brought us to you.
Lowly Meepo. Who are these intruders?
And Meepo's like,
They have promised to rescue Calcrix.
Yes, it is true. We have offered our assistance if we are able to assist you in some way in finding the lost dragon? Baby dragon? Child dragon?
Is that so?
Yes. I would like to attempt to get her on our side, persuade her, or charm her in a way.
sure, you make a persuasion check. You're not the most able at this sort of check, so is
Can
anybody
I
else?
assist?
Yeah, how would Oriana like to assist?
I join at Drayden's side and also bow, showing my
Genuflection.
Endowment?
Yeah, your own endowments.
I have no need to see tiefling.
But you're genuflecting, right? Like that's what
Yes.
you're trying to do. Okay. So do I get advantage because she is also prostrating herself before the throne?
Prostituting her. No, sorry. If everyone does so, yes.
I do the
Yeah,
Silverkin
bow.
cough that we need to get in line and do our shit, and we're putting on a show.
Oh, the dad's coming. Look,
Yeah,
look busy? Okay.
I tap my nose, kind of like we're doing this. Follow my lead. Tap nose.
All right. Well, if everyone genuflects and shows obeisance to this lowly kobold, by all means do so.
Half-heartedly, I do.
After all, there is an ideal that Sidork adheres to that you might want to look at, as well as a flaw,
Yes, flattery is my preferred trick for getting what I want.
and as well as your flaw.
You should probably do this.
Sarcasm.
You're like, you're so
No,
pretty.
what's your character's flaw? Remember, while you look that up, you can make your roll
I
with
can't resist a
advantage.
pretty face. So
Yeah.
is she pretty?
This is a very yes. And
All right,
Right on.
21.
wow, that for what is your bonus even on persuasion? And you're not even skilled at it.
No,
are you?
I'm not. I'm just incredibly handsome.
Really?
well
What's your,
endowed.
what's your charisma?
Plus 3.
Oh wow, you are. That's pretty impressive.
But
So-
Sidork is also handsome. Do not forget that he is also handsome.
My hair is fire. Bitches love fire.
Right. So I will roll my eyes at that, but allow for your beautiful obeisance as you show.
color?
There was already a lot of color, but go
Alright.
for more.
I bow low, pushing my siblings down with me, and say, "My lady, we wish to assist you in your quest to find your last lost dragon baby, child, orphan."
Calthrax.
Eustrael has heard enough. I like it when you bow.
Yes.
And she fawns over her giant ring and like licks it several times and tries to put it in her mouth but can't because her mouth isn't open that wide. And
You like that?
just lets
You're
her
like-
So, you will go and fetch Calcrix from the goblins, will you?
We can attempt to do so with the information that you can provide to us, which would, of course, assist us in our quest.
Certainly, yes, of course. We will show you the back way into the goblins' lair.
Yes, the back way.
I didn't even make the joke everyone knew.
The back way is something that you like, Sidork, very much.
And if anyone's
door
following
loophole.
along from home, then they definitely know that already.
You can take Meepo with you as your guide if you wish. If he dies, oh well.
If he dies on the way, how can we ensure that you will not kill us when we arrive back, as we do not have the secret password?
What secret? Well, if you...
Tickle corn.
Can we just say tickle corn and you will not kill us?
It sounds so trite in common parlance. Are your tongues not versatile enough for draconic?
My tongue is very versatile.
Maybe you'll tickle my corn.
She's talking about the things on our feet, dude.
Indeed, I am.
You could get corn off the cob.
And all right, well, then flirt with her and make your roll.
Yeah, you should be
15.
She's like, you could stay behind and attend to royalty.
While I would love to, my lady, I lead these fools, so they would be lost, but without me there to guide them.
It's a pity. I would always be willing to have you kneel before my throne.
Of course, my lady.
And then she like tries again to put the rock in her mouth. Do you guys have any questions for Eustrail?
We should ask about the kids. Or the young people, sorry.
How are the kids? They good?
The kids. Do you have any? I hope you don't.
You have kids?
That's a deal breaker.
I don't want to deal with kids.
What questions do you genuinely like to ask her? Ask her?
My brother has reminded me that we originally came here not just for the quest that so calls us, but to investigate what has happened to two human
Yeah.
adventurers from a nearby town, which we were here to seek after. Have you seen any?
Yes, them. They went to fight the goblins. Never came back, quite frankly. They're
We-
dead, don't care, but they at least did not kill any kobolds on their way through.
Like us, we are respectful of all kinds.
Very darling of you to so treat me with the respect I have earned and deserve.
Yes, my lady. I would like to understand what you know about these goblins. Can you tell us anything that might better ensure our chances of success?
The dragon-thieving goblins are the servant to one called the Outcast. He lives below. He grows these apples, which he gives to them for some reason.
Apples in a sunless citadel.
Dad told us about the apples.
Oh yes, the golden apples.
Dad loves them. We need them for Dad.
Right.
I miss Dad.
Good memory, Sidor. I also miss Father. We will be with him soon. I slap you on the back, Sidork, to give you comfort.
Do you think he thinks of me?
No. But he never thinks of anything but himself. Truthfully, I've come to realize. Maybe in his dreams.
I dream of Dad.
Yashiria rubs her eyes. Eustrail has enjoyed this conversation entirely.
Is there anything else?
She's like, if only I knew my father at all.
Traps?
But I ate him upon hatching. His desiccated corpse provided great nourishment for me and my clutch.
Sounds like a good man.
I've always thought so. I always knew that a part of him was in me.
I want a part of Dad in me too.
Eustrail, is there any weaknesses you know about the goblins should we have to
yes.
fight?
Goblins are very susceptible to sharp objects.
Do we stick him with the pointy end?
The pointy end goes in the other man. Sorry.
Now. Enough with the flirting.
I wink.
The outcast, what do you know about this obvious scoundrel? Perhaps the goblins have stolen the dragon baby, orphan.
If you return Calcrix to us, I shall grant you a great reward, and I shall grant you, half-orc, an even greater one. But nonetheless,
I like material stuff.
What sort of reward?
well, we are... And Jot's like,
Well, we are living in a material world.
And I'm just a material boy.
Yeah, that doesn't rhyme. We need to fix that.
I feel like, yeah.
and any other questions for Ystrel?
Yeah, do you believe that the outcast has been the impetus for stealing the dragon baby orphan child?
The goblins and the kobolds have fought together over this place for a great amount of time. As you might not know, we are the mightiest of kobolds. We are the heirs to dragons themselves. And as the mightiest among my people, I have led a brave feud to this ancient holy site where dragons were worshipped long ago. I don't know anything else about this place or why the goblins may be here, but they have encroached upon our holy ancestral home.
How recently have they come?
What is time?
You don't know. All right. And the outcast, you think he is the one that is causing this to have happened?
Causing what? All he does is send the goblins forth with these stupid apples. Who could care less
but you
about
don't think that he is the
apples?
one who has caused the theft of the
They are neither shy
dragon
nor
child
hard.
baby orphan?
What? Calcrix?
Yes.
No, the goblins stole him because
On
they
their own.
value him.
But you
Probably
believe that
cooking
Calcrix is
him.
okay, is safe with the
Why
goblins?
would... No, I don't believe that at all. I believe Calcrix is in great danger, that the goblins may try to eat him. Goblins have no civility. Their tongues are not built for proper speech.
Right.
And Sidork waggles his tongue at Ystrel and shows just how long his half-orc tongue is.
Yeah.
Well, Ystrel
Deep tongue
spends even more time on her ring.
My lady, do you have anything that might assist us in our journey? We have recently fought a troll and were brought low almost. We could use assistance, if possible.
You fought a what? A troll?
A troll.
The world outside has grown so dark, has it? The trolls walk
No,
around?
there was a troll in the dragon priestess's...
Crypt?
It
Crypt?
was the dragon priest.
You entered the sacred
Yeah, I don't think I
lair?
should have told her.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Without...
I didn't say that at all!
Oh, okay. So you're spending this, and it is extremely valuable. You don't get these too often. So
I just don't want to fight the...
So you,
I don't
what
wanna-
more do you want? Because just
Yeah.
not having a fight and just
Yeah.
rewinding
Give
your
us some.
simple speech. What is it you want?
Healing, if possible, healing potions or some way to...
Okay, you have
protect my family.
managed to persuade Ystrel in the spending of that. The veteran. What?
So how does that play out with the storyteller when...
Yeah. So what happens is the storyteller is momentarily distracted after saying that Drayton was about to
I this troll!
reveal the opening of this sacred door. The old veteran says,
Wait a moment. That's not how it happened. It happened like this.
No, I didn't say troll. That was months and months ago. I meant,
No, sorry. We'll go back a second.
Sorry.
You're going to talk as the storyteller. You're
I'm
the
going to
guy.
attempt to
You're
talk
the
as
guy.
the storyteller.
And you don't have to. You can just say, okay, so the storyteller says this instead. This is what the old veteran says instead. But try. I mean,
All right.
no hurting in it, making it.
Alright, now. That's not how the story went. Let me think here. Oh, yes, the kobold
queen, she bent down into her pouch and pulled out 2 healing potions and said, "Here, these will assist you."
Why did she do that? What did Drayden say?
Oh, because Drayden had asked for help with healing.
Well, you spent the moat, so I'm going to allow it. But what the just Drail does is turn back to the altar and give you a bottle.
Ooh, bottle.
And she says, "Since you've asked so nicely and flattered me so greatly, and this beautiful red-haired fox of a man has sworn that he would spend an evening with me upon the return of Calcrix."
I don't remember that.
Oh, I do.
I do too.
That she passes the bottle directly over to into the two of you's general direction. She doesn't get up from the throne. She just waves it towards you.
I'll go and accept
You
it.
dash up and grab the bottle. Ystrael is extremely disappointed that Sidork would not approach her.
What does this bottle contain?
From what I can tell, it's an elixir of health, and you will drink from it, and it will cure you of your wounds.
And in fact, it is a small flask that contains 3 doses of elixir of health.
Ooh, revitalizing.
With no other questions before Ystrael, she begs that you leave her presence immediately. She has grown tired and she goes back to gnawing on her stone. And Meepo escorts you from the location, heading back the way you guys came, back towards the door that Meepo said was where the goblins took Calcrix. And Meepo along the way starts to sniffle back his tears, even though he's still rather drunk as well. Meepo says,
"This is the fastest way to get to the goblins' space."
But I will point out, you are passing by once again. You walk down the corridor, and now to your left, that door still calls out to you as a location that might be of import.
Raise a glass and drink with the enemy. Raise a glass and sing with the enemy. And I'm not gonna do this on my own. And raise a glass and toast to the enemy. Raise a glass and sing to the enemy. And I'm not gonna do this on my own.
This concludes this episode of Tavern Tales, a curated Dungeons & Dragons 5e game set in the Tales of the Yawning Portal adventure module by Wizards of the Coast. Our intro and outro music is the song Tavern Tales by the Bad Billy Band. You can find out more about the Bad Billy Band on iTunes or at www.badbillyband.com or follow them on Twitter at badbillyband. Thanks for listening. Please feel free to leave us a review on iTunes or find us on Twitter at tavern_tales. We'll be back next week with more of the adventure.